Hello, and welcome to Personal Flash Papers RPG Podcast for Infinity, the RPG. Sponsored by Tabletop Game and Hobby of Overland Park, Kansas. And now, on to this session.
Okay, guys. So this is our fourth session, third gaming overall. Does everybody remember where we are sitting?
Yes.
Currently, we're sitting underground at a three-way junction. We've explored one of the junctions, and behind us is a blown-up cave.
Yes, you have a blown-up cave behind you. Do you guys want to try to recreate the bridge behind you to get back out and to the camp? Or would you like to rest here for some hours?
Didn't we?
No, we got the
bridge didn't blow
explosives
up.
off the bridge.
Oh, that's right. You guys did do that. See, I wrote.
We have the bridge.
I knew I wrote
we
it.
can just go back.
See, this is where you have to keep the game master in check. I write a lot of scenarios.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
some
so
have just D4 on them.
Yep, I'm flipping my page. Hold on a second. Let me flip my.
Yeah,
Yep, I'm there.
James is carrying the C4 and the deactivated detonators.
That's right.
But I think the plan was for us to climb back to the surface and head back to the facility because it's late and we don't want to be tired and suffering from those disadvantages while dealing with mysterious unknown opponents.
And it's been long enough. The person we were chasing has definitely gotten away.
Yeah, exactly. We're no longer in hot pursuit.
All right. Mike, Greg, do you guys want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I think, kind of just building on what we need to remind Randy of is, I think we're going to go outside. We're going to hop in the tags that you gave us. We're going to go back to camp.
Oh, crap. I forgot.
Okay, yeah, but I call the cutter. You guys can take the those. The cutters aren't mans. Damn it.
Surprisingly, you guys forgot to put your security on and lock the tags. They've been stolen. Bunny rabbits have infiltrated and taken them away.
But we do have, I believe we have the car and we have the guy that's head didn't blow up in the car.
Yes.
The tags are all on blocks and the legs are missing.
It's bunnies, it must be bunnies.
All right.
You
Let's
guys
mount up and head back to the base.
Okay, you guys get when you're going down on the road. Are you going to stop short of the base? Or are you going to just drive straight into the base?
Do we think there's a reason to stop short of the base?
We'll stop when we've got line of sight to the base and just kind of visually check it out to make sure it's not on fire or, other serious issues.
Okay, when you roll up to the base and you get within shouting, you do see some smoldering from the center of the base. You can also see that there is no guards on the watchtowers.
We had also talked about avoiding the cube scanner.
Yeah, that's at the front gates.
Yeah.
Are we able to pick up the mesh for the base?
You are able to pick up some mesh for the base.
Can we get a hold of the base AI?
There is nobody talking.
All right, that's not good. Do our sneaky invisible people want to go take a look while the rest of us hold back?
Yeah, I think this might be our cue.
Okay. Do you guys? Are you going to go cautiously? Are you guys just going to kind of walk? What are you looking for as you go through by the front gate? Are you going to go in the gate? Or are you going to try to scale it? What do you want to do?
So, Donald, are you happy for Ryan to come with me?
Yes.
Okay, sweet as. So, I think the two of us will dismount, activate TO, stealth our way up to the gate, and then look through and see what we can see, basically.
When you get close enough to the gate, you see several bodies on the ground of the Rangers. You see in the towers a body slumped over one of the front gate towers. So his head and arms and upper torso is out off of the side, facing the north. You can see inside there's a couple people down. You do notice, if you're really paying attention, you will see that one of the people laying there is Ashley McCain. She is at the front gate, face down.
you guys seeing any movement?
I'm going to pause and very, very carefully scan everything I can see to observe any movement, anything still moving. I'm going to do a full 360 scanning around back past the Jeep, looking if there's any movement back behind where we've come from. Basically making very confident that we're alone as far as being people alive and moving around is concerned.
I will assist, and I will have my spot bot assist.
Okay, go ahead and roll for perception.
Alrighty. So I double fail. But my
Okay.
Geist gets a success. So assuming that is enough to succeed, I'll end up with 5 successes because then the spot bot and his observation talent fire.
You see nothing.
I add 2 successes, I think.
You see the people by the Jeep. That's what you guys see. There's no movement that you notice.
Is the cube scanner active?
It would appear to be active, yes.
I
was-
put
to
an
go-
armor piercing round through the cube scanner.
That's
You
going to
do.
be noisy.
Okay, you hit it. It blows up. There's an echo through the area of it blowing up. Some of the wildlife run away that were back in the area, start running away.
Izzy, Silas, you think we should move up?
Yeah, I think it's pretty dead. If there's no, and especially if there's no reaction to that from the base, it's either it's empty
that's
or
what I'm fishing for.
they're too busy.
It might be worth moving up, but it might be worth again avoiding the cube scanner. I'm gonna activate my cyber mask. Before we head in.
Okay. The cube scanner is now. As you guys walk up, you will notice that
your cyber mask. What are you going to impersonate?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it needs to be a specific thing. Doesn't. Oh yeah. Never mind. I have nothing. I have no idea. I'm going to cyber mask as my false identity that I came in with instead of,
Okay. Sure.
real identity, and it goes up.
Okay.
But I do get 1 moment.
Okay. Were you guys paying attention to see him blow up the scanner?
Yeah. Well, we're all watching through everybody's whatever. We're all networked up, right?
Yeah.
So we're paying attention to what everyone's doing.
Okay. So you guys you see it? You move up. James and Orion are still moving. Are still in their spots. Are you guys all going to link up and go in together, or are you going to James and Orion? Are you going to go in first?
I think that we'll go in first, but I think that maybe Silas can get into log files or something so that we can find out if there's anything recorded or whatever on what happened.
Okay.
I'm gonna drive the truck up once they go through.
Okay, so you go get the truck, bring the truck in. You guys enter. On the ground is without doing a full count, you can see that basically every ranger is dead inside the camp.
I'm going to check people as we're coming past them.
I'm going to check everybody.
If they have their cubes, and I'm going to check if anyone's still alive.
You notice that almost everybody's had their throat slit wherever they were at.
You're kidding me.
Almost everyone. There are several people, about 7 of them, have been shot in the back of the head.
Jeez. What the hell?
Everybody's cubes are in place. If you, I'll save us some time. If you do a body count, There are 4 rangers missing. In the camp, you do not see the bodies anywhere of Newton, Winters, and Leopold Niederlitz. Those bodies are all gone now. You do not see them. Plus 4 rangers and 2 random assistants.
What about Poppy?
Poppy is gone. She's not there. That's Winters. Poppy Winters.
What kind of wounds are the dead afflicted with?
Pistol shots to the back of the head. If you really look at it, it looks like it was almost execution type style, that somebody came up behind them, shot them in the back of the head, and kept moving. They dropped right where they're at.
They're spread all over the place. They haven't been gathered in one location and executed, correct?
No, they have not. It definitely more than one person. It took more than one person to pull this off.
Considering that most of them had their throat slashed, yeah, that's a
The
lot.
base infiltrated and everybody was killed for some reason.
That's a lot of thermoptic. That's my guess. Running stealth.
Well,
Yeah, we couldn't
scan
pull
the
the.
person being taken. It wasn't thermoptic. It was something else. I'm thinking it's something far worse.
ODD.
It
or
could
some
also
other
be
brain
and-
hack.
It might not also be that many people with that. It could also just be that some of the people on the base were compromised, like those people we found in the cave.
Well, it would seem to indicate the explosion would have happened afterwards, though, or maybe not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they must have blown up the communication center after taking out most of the people. Otherwise,
People would be a lot
Rangers
more.
at least would have been fighting back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cover the tracks.
which means it seems like they waited exactly until we left.
Well, we had been on the road for a while, I think, before we heard the explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's true.
Can I just confirm? Newton is missing. Needlitz is missing.
Yep.
McCain is missing, or is her body here?
Her body was up against the front gate.
That's who was by the front gate. Sorry, okay. Winters is missing as well, though.
Yep. And when you see McCain's body, she was shot in the chest, in the front,
Right near the front door.
right near the front gate.
Actually, damn it.
Silas, is there any way we could get any records off that scanner, even though it's got a bullet through it?
Well,
I don't know.
Data systems should still be intact.
Yeah,
I can try.
Computers.
That seems like more my area.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry,
I'm getting the two of you
No
confused.
problem.
My apologies.
Would you say this is a tech test or a hacking test?
Where are you trying to get the scanner from? The scanner was a portable scanner that was put up, and it is attached to one of the towers. When you blew it up, part of the tower went, but you do notice that the scanner itself would be uploaded to a central computer every so many hours for whatever's going through.
And do we know where that would be?
Probably in the main bunker, and probably one of the labs.
Okay.
So you guys you easily can find it.
Can we not just access it?
It is accessible, but it is coded.
Oh,
So that anybody couldn't get into it. So you can get
that's
to the
not a
computer,
problem.
turn it on.
Pretty sure
Yeah.
Izzy can crack that.
Yeah, I
My
can crack it.
question is,
But he's saying the information isn't physically here. We need to go to the other place because there's nothing to access it on here.
He's just saying it's firewalled off. And probably
No, I
with
think
security.
he's saying it's firewalled off where we can get it, but right here we can't get it. We'd have to go to the lab or wherever it's stored.
Right. So it is sitting inside of Newton's. It's in Newton's lab. It's just sitting in the corner where they have hardwired it into his computer. You can flip on the switch. It goes to a screen. It's not password protected. When you go through the code to bring up the code scanner, you will see that there are basically anybody that's gone through it. It was actually on when you guys left. You see, Izzy, that it has your true code in there as who you really are. There is the Rangers going through. Nothing seems out of the ordinary, except for the last. How many are there? 5 of you. The 6th person since you guys came in, the person right before you, you do not see Ashley McCain on there, and she died right underneath the scanner.
That's curious.
Who does it say? Or what does it show?
It actually has a person listed on there, a true person of a Lisa Smith.
Have any idea who that was? Was that someone base staff that we
Yeah, can I do it?
know from our records?
If you need a test, we can do a test.
There
Even
is
if you
no
took these here.
there is
Well-
no Lisa Smith on the planet, known to the planet. There's an Ashley McCain. There's now Poppy Winters. There's all these people on there, but you do not see that. The people that are missing, you do not see them on the list that they went through that gate. But there is a Lisa Smith there in the place where you would assume you would have seen Ashley McCain.
Okay.
Maybe she's got a different. She's not who she was saying she was.
Yes, she is not who she would not be who she says she is.
Or
So-
alternatively, her cube's been swapped out. Somebody who is better at medicine than me should double check that body.
That would be me. I'm gonna go and then
yeah.
try and pull that cube.
So what I want to do is, first of all, I'll delete records. Of,
Hold on 1 second. So before you guys go there, so that's the information you have. You want to check the body first. Is that what we want to do now? Because it's important that you guys tell me
That's
exactly where you're going to
I'd be headed.
go. Okay.
well,
Go
yeah.
pull that cube.
So I
So-
want to try and do something, I guess, as we'd walk back there.
Okay. So as we're walking, what do you want to do?
So first of all, before we left the room, I'd delete the records of my actual O12 stuff if I could from the scanner records.
Okay. You delete it. It's gone.
And then I want to, it might require my Geist to start doing a search. Maybe sending off a message to my O12 contacts with the information about this Lisa Smith to see if they can find, or I don't know if I need to do the test or how you want to do it, to try and find information about this Lisa Smith somewhere else.
So there is comms within the base, within the planet, but the off-world comms is gone. When the explosion, they took off any off-world way to communicate.
What about the ship above?
Everything is gone now. That left after you guys did.
Yeah, that ship departed shortly
That ship
after
departed.
we dropped.
So when you get to the body of who you know to be Ashley McCain, but who the system is saying is Lisa Smith, that's the original cube. That is her
Can
cube.
we hook it up to? I can't remember if you can virtualize the things, and yeah, I know. Well, we wouldn't have the tech.
Probably not the equipment we've got with us. That is
Yeah.
fancy tech.
Now, if you would like to try and figure out who Lisa Smith is, you could probably do some sort of searching on the net.
Well, you just said that that's disabled.
Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to think of the other ways you guys can do this. I'm trying to lead you that way.
Well,
through the
some of
computer.
them
There's a
just
personnel.
recognize her name. If it's like if there's something that is well known about her, some of us might just recognize it based on like what we know.
There's the inside the computers. You do remember. There is inside of Newton's office on the computer where there are tabs. There is personnel records and such on that same computer if you'd like to go through it.
Sure. I can do that.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'll task my Geist to assist with this.
Yeah, what type of test do you want?
Just general computers. Everybody can make this when you're kind of looking at it. It'd be like an investigation type of test.
That feels like analysis. Is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
Do analysis. Let's do analysis on this one.
While
Okay.
James and Izzy are doing that, I think
Yep.
myself, Silas, and Orion should sweep the compound
Yes.
just to make sure it's secure.
Okay. Are you going to look for any abnormal things?
Well,
I'd like to look.
eyes on a swivel and looking for anything that looks out of the ordinary.
Okay. You guys make perception tests as well.
Perception being observation.
Yeah, observation. I always use the wrong words. My mind is fried from accountants.
Okay, so I guess we need to do the analysis test.
Yeah, do your analysis test and let me know how it goes.
You want me to assist?
I got a pair of
go
19s.
ahead.
It's a lovely day outside today.
Okay, so I got 2 successes, and my Geist, who's assisting, got a success. So it's 3 so far.
Okay,
I got an additional 2 successes for a total of 5.
Okay. So if you dig into who you know to be Ashley McCain, her personnel file is very vague. It's kind of weird because it says that she's a Pan-Oceanan. She is this wonderful research assistant. The credentials, as you know it, look too good to be true.
Okay, so this looks a lot like it could be a false identity.
Yes.
For your observations, when you guys are walking the compound, going in and out of everything, you guys walk through, you go in and out. There is, when you get to Jane O'Neill's quarters, you go inside, you notice that the floor has been disturbed in kind of off center of it. It just looks different. You see a little bit of blood on the like near the middle of the floor in her room.
All right, yeah, I want to go take a closer look.
Are you going to have anybody with you before you go do that, or are you just going to go in that room alone?
Yeah, I mean, I'll put it over the comms that this is what I see. I'm going to go investigate.
Okay.
So I
And
think
then
that'll
somebody
be
else joins.
I'm going to assume I'm busy with the analysis.
yeah. Myself and Orion, I think, will close in while the 2 data folks are working on their stuff.
Sure. You see droplets of blood that kind of start near the middle of the room, and they drop closer to where you see a computer desk and a bed that are kind of close together in the back corner. And they just the blood just disappears. It's like a couple drop, then nothing.
So it looks like we got a spider hole maybe. And I want to look and see if I can find
Would my
a latch or something.
Would MSV help?
I mean, yeah, and anything could help. It depends where you're looking.
Randy, would my medical supplies allow me to test the blood to make sure that it's human?
Yeah, you can do that. I would say
I'm
so.
going to try and check that, make sure that we're not dealing with either alien or pig's blood or some sort of animal.
Okay, if you use your medical equipment, you test the blood. Would you like to? It is human blood. Would you like to cross match the blood with the database anywhere?
Sure, that would be my next step.
Okay, that's Poppy's blood.
Okay, that's interesting. I'll let everyone know that.
Okay,
that is what it is.
The Ashley McCain dead in the entrance under the cube. When you examined her body, what kind of from what weapon had she taken a bullet wound? Did she get shot by one of the Rangers?
She's the same as everyone else, and she was pistol shot to the front of her. She took it in the chest, though.
She took it in the front of the chest, and then somebody went around and slit her throat.
So that's why
After they shot her. Jesus, they really didn't want her going anywhere.
So I'm going to look for this spider hole.
Okay. After a little bit of searching, I'm not going to make you roll for this. You notice there is a circular circular door under. It's a door.
Okay. So I'll look into it. Which direction does it go? Does it go
Ladder.
toward
And there is a ladder. It goes straight down, and then it does indeed go back.
The caves. We should check out Ashley McCain's quarters and see if we can get any more information. I feel like that's something we should follow up on
It
before
was
we go.
one of the guys. It
Or-
looks like
Or it's one
Could
of
have
the
just been one of the other
ways we
paths.
didn't go. We gave up. Remember?
Did we? I remember. I thought it was the other way was blocked off, and we couldn't go any further.
No. There was 3 paths. It branched into 3. We went down 1 and eventually blocked off, and then there was 2 others, and we decided to come back.
Okay.
It might also be worth, before we start heading down mysterious tunnels, we should also maybe check out the destroyed comms, see if there's anything we can do to get something out, or also just to get information on how they were destroyed.
All right. Is there anything heavy in Poppy's room that we can roll over this door?
It's this is Jane's room, but
Jane's room.
there you could put the
It's
dresser.
Jane's
I guess,
room, but it's Poppy's blood. That's
Mhm.
curious. Yeah, we drop a dresser on it.
you drop a dresser on it to seal it off. It's continually getting later and later.
I'm gonna just tell Orly to sit here and keep his eye on it and tell me if anything moves, and if it does, run away.
Got it. He is outside of the. He's going to stay outside of the little room and just kind of stare at it.
Okay, guys, we're actually going to have to sleep at some point, or we're going to start suffering.
Yeah, maybe we can check
Sir.
out the comms and then find some place we can bunker up for the night.
Okay. When you guys, if you check out the comm station, you'll notice that there is some network left that you're obviously using and able to communicate with. That the bandwidth is fine. Somebody left this comm thing on for a reason, it would seem, but they disabled your bigger mesh network to communicate off world, so you don't have access to that.
And is this beyond repair type of thing?
You could probably get it running enough to send a little bit of messages, communication wise, if you took quite a bit of time to do it.
Okay. Well, it's something to consider for another day.
Yeah, let's try and get our asses secure before we start messing with it. Which of the buildings do we think is probably the most defendable?
So
I think we should check out the armory.
So Orion had put up, was given a map with places to defend. When he arrived through his Geist had checked out the map, the better place to one of the better places to stay, that central location, is the mess. That was made to defend as well. You could use the armory that has the mines off of the one side, is a secondary one. Before there was blood found, one of the labs could have been used as well. So if you want to go, it depends what side of the base you want to be.
Use a building that has that bolt hole. We haven't. So in our patrols, we haven't checked the armory yet.
So the armory is empty.
Empty, like totally empty.
Yeah, there's no weapons in it anymore. That's all gone.
But how many exits? How many entrances?
So the armory has one way in, one way out.
Yeah, not that one.
The mess hall has 2 entrances, a north and a south.
Work better.
Yeah, okay. The mess it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys all going to rest at once, or are you going to set up a roving guard?
we'll have to, unless we are willing to rely on our remotes. I mean, I've got Orly watching that hole, so I can't. I think the rest of the remotes are spot bots, right? Anyone
Yeah,
else
we've got
watching
we've got
bots?
2 spot bots, so maybe we should assign those to whoever is on watch, so that we can probably have one person watching with
Be
all
wise,
3
otherwise.
remotes assisting them.
Well, Orly's watching that hole just in case somebody tries to come back through it.
Well,
So
it still
he's
leaves 2 spot bots to
2
watch 2
spot
doors.
bots, but spot bots can be hacked and rather easily. So we want to have somebody organic up with them as well.
But
Sure.
if,
So
if they're
take
hacked,
shifts and one person up at a time with the 2 spot bots assisting them, they should be fine.
Yeah,
because
sounds
if,
like
if the bots are hacked, that itself could give away, has a fairly high chance of giving away that.
unless they do it stealthily.
It takes time, and time is time we can be sleeping.
Yeah, especially given the defensive networks that James and I have, they should be fine.
I'd
Izzy,
actually kind of like to see someone try and hack our network at the moment. It's quite secure.
so they left the mesh network up. Could Izzy check and see if there's any traffic on that, and and maybe we can use that to give us an indication of something?
You guys can do whatever you want.
I think at this point, I assume right now it's pretty late. We should probably just hold up. I can check the mesh tomorrow.
Okay.
How many hours would you guys like to rest? Like, what time of the day would you like to get back up?
What is the time now? Like 2 a.m. or midnight or?
You guys, it's about 11 p.m. right now.
We want to make sure everyone's gets enough rest, so on whatever that's going to run us.
I feel like at least 6 hours.
Yeah.
6 to 8 hours.
So if we do, how many of us are there? 5?
If we do if we take 8 hours and everybody rests for 6, that gives everyone a shift basically. Everyone can take an hour and a half watch and get a 6.5 hours sleep.
Yeah,
Sure.
that sounds good. Let's
We
do
do
that.
Okay. Your night goes by uneventful. Nothing happens. You guys all get the sleep that you're looking for.
Okay, was there any food left in the mess when we were searching?
There is nothing there.
Oh, no food.
Okay, so I do have survival rations, which I will crack out at this point, and so we will have a nutritious but extraordinarily dull breakfast.
Excellent.
Okay. What would you like to do next?
Other suggestion, maybe I can go and start trying to get into the system to check if there's any.
Comms
If anyone's been using the mesh, anyone else has been communicating on it.
I can help you with that, and maybe the rest of you can go and check out McCain's quarters and see if there's anything you can find that ties her to this Lisa Smith person or any other information of that kind. Just like anything.
Okay. Orly's reported no activity at that bolt hole.
Nope.
Okay.
The network is silent. When you try to see if any chatter is going on, nothing.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to hack into the system and essentially override it so only our party members can actually access it. So essentially putting on authentication locks, preventing anyone else from doing it.
Whitelisting our comms and blacklisting everything else.
Yeah. But I want to try and make it so it's fairly hard for someone else to come in here and reverse.
That's a good idea. Go ahead and roll it, bud.
Cool.
Do you got any ice to throw in there?
Would you describe this as a hacking attempt dealing with gaining access and or authentication?
That sounds. I mean, I'm cool with that.
Cool. Then I'll use my 4 free. I'll use 3 of my free momentum from that.
My Geist and I will assist.
And and I'll use my lockpicker program to make it at a -1 difficulty on this. And my Geist will also assist.
Give me that heat, homie. Give me that heat.
And I can re-roll that. So far from myself alone, that's 5 successes. My Geist assist gets a 6th assist. Oh, no, you haven't gotten any heat yet.
I've rolled a 13 and a 15.
Okay. So is that two more
that's
successes?
2 more successes
Okay,
from
so
me.
that's a total.
And for the purposes of...
You broke up there, James.
Yeah, you broke up.
Sorry, I was just saying for the purposes of what we want to set up, I can offer a rating 2 black ice.
Okay. Yeah, we can input that into it as well as we're setting it up. So that's 8 successes in total at a -1 difficulty on the test.
So are both of you going to be hacking into this together?
Yeah.
That's them setting it up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going into it and setting it up.
Okay.
I still have 1 momentum that I guess I can use possibly to increase the quality of the success if it's a success.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have set up a pretty good network.
It's a pretty fortified comms node.
Cool.
So there are 2 things I would like to
You
make
broke
sure
up.
are running defensively. The first is that there are 2 things I want to make sure are running defensively. The first is that
Sure.
black ice, and the second is my Khonshu program, which alerts me and allows me to counter hack against anybody who tries to intrude into the network.
You guys are securing the network for yourselves,
Like a boss.
like Infinity heroes that you are.
So I'm imagining the other guys go, I want to check my email. What the hell? We're disconnected.
Blah. Brain death.
Yes, someone survives and they just want to get a message out and they can't.
Black ice explodes their brain. Blah.
Yeah, you now have locked anybody out of the network except for your little band of merry men.
All right, what's the other thing we were going to check?
You guys were going to go and check out
McCain's quarters.
Right, the McCain's quarters.
Okay, you go into McCain's quarters. It's a standard quarters, bed, dresser, desk, some personal photos on the on the desk, some niceties.
No cleverly hiding bolt holes.
Well,
No, nothing cleverly hidden.
No uncleverly hidden bolt holes.
There is nothing in there that would look out of ordinary. Her room is actually very sterile. Very plain.
So, are we going down the hole today, or because that's the only lead I can think we have?
Unless we found, and I didn't specifically state it, but I figured we'd see if there were tire tracks or
there is
signs.
There is actually nothing that looks like anybody got into the base, and there is nothing that looks like they got out of the base through the walls.
That hole with the blood breathing to it.
Is there anything like camera footage?
It's all been smashed, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's gone.
No.
That's been deleted or gone. There's nothing there.
So it does sound like sneaky hidey hole is our only real lead.
I think so, yeah.
So I think we should fill the sneaky hidey hole with fuel air explosive and detonate it and solve the problem.
No, it doesn't.
In Afghanistan.
It nukes our lead because if that opens up somewhere and it leads off somewhere, all we've done is collapse the tunnel.
That's the equivalent of Homer Simpson covering his eyes. If I can't see it, it's not illegal.
Don't.
It's like saying, there are tracks in the mud, but if we rake over it, then everything will be fine. No, it's not going to work.
Yeah, no, exactly. So, are you guys going to go there, back to the cave?
I think we'll follow the bolt hole. That's where the blood trail's leading, and that's one of the people we know has been taken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be 100%
Specifically Poppy, and Poppy is somewhat
clear,
important.
before we leave, I think we should try and get the bodies into, like, the fridge.
You want me to just
I'm very uncomfortable just leaving everybody cooking in the
not-
yard.
Probably a good idea.
We have time to start doing a grave detail, but we can pull the cubes and store them somewhere securely.
Oh, I was thinking because we didn't have time to do that, but if taking the cubes is faster, then sure. After that, it's just
I think he
I've
wasn't
got a
talking about.
surgical robot.
Just makes-
I can pull them real fast.
Well, I think he was more talking not about burying them, but just like putting them inside of a building so that they don't just get picked apart by dogs
What?
or whatever.
We haven't even seen any local
These instances,
flora or
that
fauna.
way it'll preserve the bodies at least somewhat.
Why?
Yeah, no, I agree. Once the cubes are gone, it's just meat. I don't care anymore.
It's just meat.
If you can pull all the cubes,
Yeah.
do it quickly and let's move.
But a
There's-
number of these people are Ariadne. They probably don't have cubes.
That's unfortunate. Is
So-
that correct, Randy? How
Yeah,
many cubes are we finding
The Rangers wouldn't have cubes.
outfitted?
No, the Rangers don't have cubes. You don't find many because there's not many lab assistants left. Most of the assistants have been taken at this point.
Let's just
So
put the Rangers in the fridge so that
Pull
they
what
can
we can and hope that everyone else had backups before they showed up.
I agree. We should put the Rangers in the fridge.
There's a fridge big. Is the fridge big enough for how many? 20 people?
There must
Or
be
more?
a decent sized freezer for food and stuff.
Hey, look, you can fit a lot of bodies into a stack.
Yeah,
them.
they don't need to be comfortable.
All right.
Okay.
If
So-
they're uncomfortable, they can leave a review on TripAdvisor.
So you
I
guys,
believe the phrase is we stack them like cordwood.
okay, you guys take care of that. You take care of the bodies. You take care of the cubes. You've secured the cubes. All that's done. Perfect.
That's going to take all morning.
Yep. So it's about noon now. Are you guys gonna jump in the hole?
Are we ready to head down the hole?
Yeah, we probably go down.
I'm ready.
So
Two people
Orion
down the hole.
first, I'm guessing, is our sneaky bugger guy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Orion in TO, followed by James in TO, followed by the rest of the crew. Spotbot slightly ahead of each of us, and everybody armed to the teeth. Guys, I think everyone needs a gun in their hand.
Okie dokie.
I actually have an extra MSV1, so I hand that to somebody so that they can see in the dark too.
Actually, so do I.
Silas, you've got one. Who
I have
doesn't
it.
have one? I don't.
We just have 2 extra MSV ones lying around.
Out.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys don't want it,
Yeah, I had an MSV1 and then Van Zant graciously gave me an MSV2, so I just have an extra
Yeah.
level 1.
So am I the only one that doesn't have Is it just me and Jabir that don't have MSV right now?
Sounds like it.
Okay, yeah, I'll take an MSV one then.
I'll take, if there's a second one, I'll take that as well.
Excellent.
Cool.
Okay, so the whole team has at least MSV1 now. That sounds good to me.
Except until they hit us with that white noise again, but
Yeah.
I'll just have it so that you can, unlike in the tabletop game, I'm sure you can just take the visor off.
Oh, right. Can I just not use the visor? Excellent, thank you. Okay, so
Don't
you
be crazy.
guys. So Orion is first down the hole. Who is second down the hole?
James.
Third.
That'll be James.
will
After
go third.
them, it'll be either me or Izzy, I think, and then Silas as the rear guard.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I did that.
Sounds right.
Silas
So-
is our tail end Charlie.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm saying that
Sounds
it's Orion, James, Jabir, Izzy, Yabir, Izzy, Silas.
Sounds right.
Yep.
Sounds right.
That's
Okay.
Let's
You
do
guys-
a bit of spacing out
To a
for the
wider
defense.
area
Let's space
will
out. like our
spread
time limit.
horizontally.
Yeah.
But obviously,
You don't want to clump. Someone has a heavy rocket. It's all over.
So you guys go down the ladder, and when you get down to the ladder, you actually hit a floor that isn't dirt. It is actually steel, and you're in an actual corridor.
Weird.
The side walls, it's partially rock and then partially steel. So on your left, is steel, and then it has mostly a ceiling, and then it still has some rock on the right hand side of it.
But it still looks like human manufacture.
Yeah, this is definitely somebody has definitely made an actual working tunnel.
Okay.
Are there light
Does it go up
fixtures
in
down
both
here?
directions?
There is when you guys hit the bottom, it starts to light up as you walk, so you can see about 30 feet in front of you, no problem. Lights kind of go on in front of you as the first person moves. It's a sensor light.
But does it only go off in one direction, or does it go in multiple directions?
Just one direction. You hit the bottom, that's the end point.
I just realized I'm the only visible target at the front. There's two guys ahead of me, but I'm going to be the one that gets shot at.
It's all right, but if they shoot at you,
Yeah, no,
there's
it's
a good chance their bullets accidentally hit one of the guys in front of
All right.
just
That
by
makes me feel better.
random
See
stand
if
images.
if we
you. It'll
don't select-
confuse them, though.
All right, as you move forward, because the only person that it sees is Yabir, it will light up for you as you continue to walk. Are you guys going to walk quickly, slowly, cautiously? How do you want to move forward?
We're
I'd say
moving
cautiously.
steadily but cautiously.
Okay.
It is
And we're
guns
probably
o'clock.
should put a bit of a gap between us and Yabir, so that
We
when
can
he
get some
gets-
advanced warning.
yeah, hopefully
Um,
we will react to something before he's seen.
And as we walk, do we see any more like ways to climb up, or was there only the one way up?
That's it. That one way. It's one way up, one way down.
Okay.
When you get about 500 feet inside of this tunnel, when the light goes on, you see what looks like a body laying on the ground.
Female.
I'm gonna guess Poppy.
Male.
When we
It's a
get
male
close
body.
enough,
No,
we'll
it's
check
not
who it
Poppy.
is.
It's a male body. It's one of the rangers. He's lying there. He's been stabbed several times with a monofilament weapon in the chest, abdomen, everywhere.
And no cube.
He's a ranger.
They don't have them. Anything of note on the body? Is his firearm still with him?
Nothing. He has a uniform on there. He's got a ranger uniform. Weapons are gone. Anything of note on the person's gone. They've even taken his name tag, dog tags. It's all gone.
Interesting. So no comm log either, obviously.
Nothing on him.
Okay.
This isn't one of the new guys that came with us, is it?
Did anyone recognize him?
You do recognize him from one of the ships. He was one of the new guys.
Let's keep going.
As
Yep,
you
sweep on.
as you get more forward, you go about another 300-400 feet down this corridor, and you come to another body. It's a decapitated ranger, and in front of that one is a second decapitated ranger. So, of the 4 rangers that were missing of your count, you've now found 3 of them. 2 are decapitated.
What do you guys think? These guys pursued somebody through this?
Yeah,
That's what
they
I'm
got. I bet
thinking.
that's what they did.
Possible, yeah. That
They're
or they
probably
were
trying to
running,
get with
but
Monkey.
Or somebody's just leaving bodies to try and intimidate us?
true. Do you ever see
Yeah,
that?
either that or
classic
somebody is
film?
leaving us a trail of breadcrumbs.
Do you guys ever see that classic film Predator? It's really old now.
Yeah.
I feel really old that you're saying that now. By the way, thank you for
No,
that.
I'm talking about this because this is 100 and something years in the future.
Yeah, I know. No, I know.
Red, more like dead crumbs.
Dead crumbs. All right. As you guys continue forward, you do in fact find the 4th ranger, and into there is the ranger sitting there. He's been picked up off of the ground, and halfway in the wall is a monofilament sword that's sticking through him and through the rock, and it's holding his body up. He's been disemboweled.
Now,
That's
this
the
monofilament
monofilament's
sword.
broken?
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would just cut him in half. The weight of his body would just cleave him.
Depends on what way the sword is angled. If you put it in
Yes.
sideways,
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just it's inside of him, like right through the middle of his chest, through the ribs, into the thing, and he's slumped kind of over it, and somebody has gutted him and pulled his intestines down.
It's a really nice sword.
What's
Anybody else
the
want
make
that?
of it? Well, I thought it's broken.
Oh, is it broken? I was just
It has
making that up because I thought it was-
It is broken, but it's broken when it got put into the rock. So it is a broken weapon, but it's in there.
What make of this? Like, does this look like a sort of alien make, or does this look like, something that I might recognize as, or that the Japanese would use?
It's probably something more like the Steel Phalanx would use.
Oh, it's
Yeah, Orion, is this familiar to you?
Does it look familiar to me?
Yeah, you can. Orion would notice it. It looks very, 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 very similar. It is not the same one, but it is a very close knockoff to the one that Achilles would have.
charming.
This would be the one like the one Achilles has, which, given that they're I've heard of copies, like there's copies of me out there, so that
For
could
one,
be
I'm glad they
wrong.
left it behind.
Yeah, it is somewhat comforting that they no longer have a monofilament sword.
I
But-
think that's more concerning, because given their
Maybe they left it because they have
collecting-
more than one.
Yeah, given their collecting of weapons and how they seem to not be leaving things behind, this makes me more concerned that they have so many they don't even care.
Ugh. I was trying to be positive. All right.
We're
But
gonna
the
die.
Tunnel.
Positive.
We haven't saved any other branches, right? It's still been a straight.
It's a straight. It is literally a straight shot. You keep walking through the tunnel, and as you get closer and closer, you keep walking further.
Closer and closer to what?
You're going to start seeing a light to where this tunnel seems to end.
Look, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
There is light at the end of the tunnel. The lights the motion
It's
lights,
a train.
when you see it, they stop functioning properly. They're not working, so it just becomes kind of more dark. But the light shining from
Okay,
the end.
hang on, Randy. When Orion and I spot the light, I'll call him to halt,
Okay.
and we'll send our spot bots forward under ODD to to properly scout ahead. I can literally watch through the eyes of mine.
Yeah,
So
we all can, I think,
I do that
through the network.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, that's a good call. It's networked, so everyone can see what the bot is seeing.
Okay. Your bot goes up, and it's in the
Make sure it has
cave.
a stealth repeater on it.
It's in the cave that you guys left last night.
So this is the third branch.
This is the third branch.
So there's one way we haven't gone, correct?
That is
Yep.
correct.
I guess
that's where we're
know.
going.
Okay.
That
When you guys
answers
start to head
question.
that way, it is again completely sealed off. It is a metal type of hallway. The lights are just once you hit the tunnel and you get about 100 meters in, they just all turn on. It is a completely lit hallway. You come to a completely locked. You come to a door, a room. The
Is it a
door.
or a room?
So there's going to be a room in front of you, but there's a door and it's shut. There is a access
the
panel.
door ajar.
Is the door on the far side of the room, or is it a door?
No, it's door leading to a room. So you're coming down the hallway. There's going to be a door on the side of the door. On the right side of the door is an access panel.
Well,
Is there a window in the door? Is that how we know there's a room beyond it?
No, I misspoke. I shouldn't have said there's a room. I just meant to say
We can
there's
assume
a door
the
in
door
front of you.
leads to something.
There's a door.
Yeah, there's just a door.
I guess it's time to crack my knuckles and try and get access to the controls.
Pick that door.
And actually, when I'm doing that, I wouldn't mind also if it's linked up to like some sort of system, then I wouldn't mind getting access to that system as I try and hack in. Sound good?
Okay, so what are you trying to do first? because you're not gonna just do both in one with one action.
He's trying to access the door control.
So
Okay.
first thing, actually, I think the first thing would be I'd
just so you
try
know,
and access the network.
okay, the door does have a handle on it.
Oh, I thought you said there was
electronic lock.
No, they said there's a panel next to it, like an electronic panel, but it's just regular. There's a door. There is a handle on it. It's a door, but there's an electronic panel off to the side as well.
Oh, well, before we do the door, why don't I try and access the panel?
Well, what exactly do you mean by an electronic panel?
It looks like what an iPad would look like on the side of the thing.
Okay.
So when you touch it, it lights up, and it can get into. It looks like it's wired into something.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
I have this brilliant idea where before we start getting fancy, somebody tries the handle to make sure it's not unlocked.
Oh, I'm not trying to
make sure that the door's not trapped before we unlock it.
My idea is more trying to get access to whatever. If there's a system that we can get information about what's on the other side of the door before we open the door.
Okay, that sounds more fair. Go.
Yeah, I'm embracing my inner R2D2. Okay, that's my job here.
I respect what you've gone through.
Just don't plug into the power port.
Okay. I use that. This is gaining access or authentication, so using 3 momentum for free from my piggyback talent. Okay.
They're coming for you.
Okay, when you're doing this, as you start hacking, does anybody have any defensive hacking?
Yes.
How much defensive hacking?
Yeah.
I have the upgrade cyber alert systems, which they can actively search. They're constantly actively searching for hacking done to me, and then I also have Counter-Strike as a shield program and Konsu as a shield program.
Yeah, I have shield program Konsu, which allows me to react to any attempt to access us, and my Geist has 3 ranks of paranoid, so it also gets to react with no penalty to any attempt to hack back at us.
Okay. So what are you trying to do in the thing?
So I'm trying to gain access to whatever system this seems to be hooked up to.
Okay. How many successes did you get?
6, and the difficulty is reduced by 1.
Ooh, so you get into the system. Excellent. You are in the system.
Did I get any momentum?
Sure, you get 1 momentum.
Okay.
Ouch.
When I'm in the system,
that's not possible.
He got 6, right?
Yeah, you'd have to get at -1 difficulty. He'd have to have at least 2 on a difficulty 5.
That's right. No, because you get the 1. No, you're right. Because of the 1. No, you're right. You're right. You get 2.
So through. Okay.
So you get 3 momentum.
I remember I have a free momentum that I can spend as another extra free momentum that I can spend as part of that hack. And I think one of the things you can use momentum on is for quality or more information or something. So what am I seeing? What is this? What system have I actually gotten into?
What does this node do?
Yeah.
This node controls the door to the other side. This controls like the locking mechanism to the door.
Is it hooked up to a larger net?
It is not hooked up to a larger network. It literally controls this door.
Is the door locked?
No, the door is not locked.
Okay. I leave. I'm like, okay, guys, the door's unlocked. That's all.
Victory is mine. Victory is mine. I unlocked the door, guys.
Hey, we gained 2 momentum out of that. So good job.
You did. You gained momentum.
Digital lock that's not hooked up to anything.
It's not hooked up to anything.
If you need to break into things.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not hooked up to anything, and that's intentional.
Yeah. I explained that the door seems to be it's now unlocked. I can't find anything that seems to suggest any traps or triggers will happen if we open it.
Are you guys detecting any access nodes beyond the door? I'm just wondering, maybe there might be a camera on the inside you guys might be able to get a hold of, and there's not, just so we can check that there's not explosives like stuck to the door and a little pull thread.
If we're not on the network, I don't think we can access things that we aren't.
No, but you should be able to scan for an open access point.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You could scan for an open access point, and you can try to use like a repeater to go through it if you were close enough.
Well, no, because if it's within short range,
Right.
you don't need a repeater.
Right, but I'm saying is if you could scan out, it depends on how far your scan went.
Well, I'm just talking.
It's
It's
just a room.
in the room.
We use ping on the hacking panel and
Well, the panel's not rigged to anything, but there might be
That's what I'm
something
saying.
else within range on the other side. Maybe a
is there
camera.
anything? Randy?
That's why I'm just asking.
There is
check
no camera on the other side.
or anything. There's no access points at all that they can detect.
You can check. There is, if you're looking into it, there is a computer in that other room. Yes.
Oh,
There's a terminal.
There is a terminal.
Okay. Well, before we go through the door, do you want me to try and remotely hack into the terminal?
Yes,
Wi-Fi, guys.
I will-
Wi-Fi.
Okay, I guess we're remotely hacking into the terminal.
Roll it up.
Okay. Let's see. Left leg to reroll that 20. Cool. This time only 5 successes, -1 difficulty.
I failed, but my guys hit its focus, so adds 2 successes.
Okay, so it's the same momentum as before.
3 this
Yep.
time.
This time with 3 because of his successes. Add it to the list. I love it. Get all that momentum. Yes. You hack in. It is a computer terminal. You're looking at it. It has a list of names on the terminal itself, and then it has other names listed as well. You see Achilles. You see Reverend Mora.
Okay.
You see Pentelesia.
Penthesilia.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You guys know that I don't speak well. The English isn't my first thing.
Wait, isn't Reverend Moira like a...
To be fair, it
position,
literally
not
is all Greek to you.
Reverend Moore is a nomad. She's with the Observance.
Oh, Griffin.
Or sorry, wait. Reverend Mora is a title, not a person. I'm thinking it's not Cassandra Kusanagi. It's just a Reverend Mora.
Yeah, it's. I'm trying to give it a data, like just a reference for you guys to understand exactly what you're saying. So you see the names, what you're seeing. You're not seeing Cassandra, but it's just whatever, and then there's a parentheses of Reverend Mora, so you guys can see what these things are. Yes, you see Hector.
Well, that's kind of expected.
He's
Where
on my shelf here. How
the fuck did they get all of this?
Yeah, I relay this. I look nervous as I say this.
You also see a name. It just says Jim, and then it says unknown ranger in parentheses.
Okay.
So, Randy, is there any data associated with these names? Like, do the names link to anything? Are there any other nodes?
The names on the list
on the network inside of this terminal.
So it's literally a terminal that's kind of almost, again, it's weird because it seems like somebody has closed looped their terminals so that this computer, you got into it, but it doesn't have any access to a major, like a different, it kind of goes nowhere. It kind of almost it's closed. It's closed circuit pretty much.
It's a single node that has a database on it of 4 names.
No, there's more. There's more names. If you look at the names, it's the names of everybody that's been missing from the base, with the exception, the notable names that you will not see on there. You won't see Poppy on there yet. You won't see. You don't see Poppy Winter's name on there. That name isn't there. That's the only name that's missing off of the actual list itself.
Okay. But it's just a list of names. There's no other information related to those names. It's just a list of names.
It's just a list of names, and over the names as you go down, that's where you see Achilles, Hector, and you start seeing all of those names next to those people's names.
Okay.
Wait, what? Sorry, I don't quite follow what you're trying to say there. So Achilles' name is next to somebody else's name? Yeah, that's what that gel with what we think this might be it.
Yeah, I think so. What these are, is this cube data or copies of cube data or knockoff of cube?
This individual has had this person written over them.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Randy, are we like?
This seems So is there anything other than a list? It's literally just a list of names. There's no other information.
Literally just a list of names and literally just the cubes.
Okay, if this is actually what's going on, we have exactly one advantage here, which is that at least if we run into Achilles, it's just
not his own
Achilles'
body.
personality in an ordinary person's body. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They have that is true unless they've
He's not
equipped him.
running his
They do a monofilament
micro-tag
sword.
sleeve.
What do people think about this Poppy being left out? Not gonna lie, I was already kind of suspect of Poppy and that her name is not listed.
It could just be
Well-
that she was the last person taken, so she hasn't been overwritten yet, or it could mean that she's somehow involved. Either is possible at this stage, but we should probably at this point open the door,
Open the door. Yeah, we haven't got
and
any other
be
choice.
ready for a reception.
I'm armed.
Hopefully, there's no explosion on.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, who wants to open the door?
And let's all step back a bit.
I should open the door. Everybody else get back, but stand so that you've got line of fire through the door, and hopefully power armor's enough to keep me alive.
Okay.
So is this a door swing or is it a door retract?
The door swings open.
In or out?
In.
In.
Yeah, the door swings open, so open to you is open in. Sorry.
So you have your TO, so you can just like push it open and like duck down.
So what I will do is I'll put myself on the hinge side so I can watch as the door opens.
Okay.
That puts you right up close to the
Okay,
door. But
so we've opened the
Open
door.
the door.
What do we see?
The door opens. You see 25 bodies on the walls on a almost like a medical stretcher, but it's kind of like one of those. What are the back things people used to have to do their backs, and it would kind of flip them upside down and back right side up. You see 25 bodies, all lining on two sides of the room. On the left side of the room, when you open it, there are 12 bodies on the left, 13 bodies on the right. They are all have a wire attached from the wall into their heads. As you open the door, on the right, the furthest from the right, that wire retracts back into the wall, and quickly all of them do, and you see their eyes all open.
So is this like a Hephaestus Center?
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. So what would that be?
That's where aspects get put into bodies.
Kind of, yeah. It would be kind of like that. I guess that would be what it looks like. They are all
While Orion is pondering whether or not this looks like his birthplace, I switch my weapon onto fully automatic and start spraying the room with T2 ammunition.
So let me finish before you start spraying and before you
Breathe.
ponder. All of the bodies are completely done up in power armor at the lead. They're all in power armor. What you see here, okay? All of their weapons are actually on them. They look almost like they're ready to go from this point. The second the door opens, like your hand touches the door, is when all of this starts happening. They are awake, hand on the trigger as you walk through the door. They look over at you.
Now, were none of these
initiative?
within close of us when we were looking for hackable things within range through the door?
Yeah, they're not hackable. You didn't see them.
Wait, they aren't hackable? They're in power armor, but not hackable?
No.
How does that work? That's not possible.
No.
The power armor is obviously just coming online now.
Yes.
They'll be.
Everything is coming online that
Okay.
wasn't able for you to hack it when you were scanning.
Okay.
So as you guys, it's literally a simultaneous. As the first person touches the handle, opens the door, it goes to swing. All 25 things come online at the same time, almost within a split second of each other. Eyes open, hand on weapons.
Eyes open, so they're not wearing helmets?
No, they're just it's power armor. You guys are killing me. It's power armor. It's setting the scene. And
When you say the eyes open, that means we can see the eyes, which implies that there aren't helmets on them.
Sure. So okay, they have helmets on. I don't
The
know. Their
eyes
lips.
glow
You know
on
what?
the power
You know
armor.
what? I'm sorry. Their lips move. I don't know. There's a lip
What?
spot so you can see it. You guys can see that they move. Their hand twitches. Is that better? The hand twitches. The hand twitches.
Well, they get
on-
up. Yeah. They obviously
The
start
eyes
moving.
start glowing on the helmets. Okay,
They all move.
We've all
There you-
seen Iron Man 1. It's okay.
There you go. There we go. We'll do that. So they all are functionally online as the door opens. So
Right.
your door is open. They are ready to rock and roll to your move, gentlemen.
So roll for initiative.
We don't roll for
No,
initiative.
No, you don't roll for initiative. You guys go first.
You go first.
That's why I said you guys. Your move, gentlemen.
Okay, there's 25 guys. I can only hack one down and shut one down and turn.
Yeah, I'm pulling a
Okay.
grenade from my belt.
All right, hold on a second. So as this is going on, let me help you a little bit. The thing outside the door does control the door. It's not on any network. You could easily step back and lock the door, or shut the door off.
And they could just open it again. They're in power armor. They could rip it off the hinges.
They could.
Also a funnel point.
But we're in a funnel point. This is a straight
Actually, you know
hallway
what?
that leads to the
He is
door.
right, because if we shut the door, now that they're turned on, I can just start hacking them through the wall. It's okay.
Maybe. All right. Rock on.
What do you guys think? Are we fighting this, or do we try shutting the door and making them come down the tunnel?
Well, it's James and Orion that are at the door. The rest of us have backed up, remember?
I'm
So
going
it's
to
up
let
to
you
them.
guys.
I think James and Orion are about to start shooting through the door.
I'm sure James did say he was spraying the room with T2.
I'm letting you guys.
opening fire with a burst of T2 rounds.
All right,
That is
so James is
what
shooting.
I do.
What's Orion doing?
Orion is probably shooting the first thing he can see with T2 ammo.
All right, so we're
Sorry,
fighting.
not T2, with the needle.
Well, they're fighting. They'll shoot until we.
Are you guys?
I'm
Okay,
going to be tossing a grenade.
Are you guys stepping into the room, or are you shooting on the outside of the room?
Shooting from outside the room.
We're kneeling beside the door on opposite sides, and the two of us open fire, and the rest of the team can do things.
They're shooting. I'm tossing a grenade. What's Silas doing?
Pondering.
Okay.
You have time.
Silas hesitates. Izzy is hacking one of the power armored guys.
Either. I think we should shut the door, but the door isn't something I can shut without pushing past the other two. So until then,
Why can't you just shut?
Well, because it's pushed in. I'm not moving in front of your guys' bullet sprays to shut a door.
Yeah.
I'm
sense of adventure.
I'm letting you guys take a second and talk it through. I'm not going to make you go on a clock for initiative immediately. So if you want to get a little game plan in your head of how to deal with this, you can.
I think we should try shutting the door.
But when we go to it, it will be your guys' initiative and your guys' time to act. Just let me know what you're going to do.
But this is happening in a snap thing. We shouldn't be sitting here like plotting this out, right? We don't have that kind of reaction time.
You don't. I'm letting you
shooting. So let's deal with the shooting.
Okay.
And
So
the rest of us will move on.
Roll the shootings.
Are there any factors increasing the difficulty of my shot, or is it a basic difficulty 1 shot?
It's going to be close range.
Yeah, it's close. You're good to go. This is not a big deal. Shoot away.
Sweet as. I am shooting away. I am taking 1 momentum out of the pool, and I am using the burst 2 on my rifle to add 2 rounds. So I have 1 complication and 4 successes.
Awesome. That's pretty good. 1 complication. You shoot 4 times and then you get a jam.
Okay.
You hit 4 targets.
So how does burst work?
You can add dice instead of using momentum, but it also adds +1 to your damage.
There's a thing to hit multiple targets. It's not just something you do with burst.
Yeah, I will be, because the area quality of my ammunition will be triggering.
There you go.
So for the reference, purposes, the area quality of my ammunition triggers 3 times, so I hit 3 additional targets. And so my primary target is going to be hit for a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 damage to the primary target, which means 6 damage to the other 3. And this has the piercing quality 3 times, piercing 2 3 times, so minus 6 to
That's
their
pretty
armor.
good.
So long armor.
Yeah. You see some
That's-
bodies.
So
Goes through everything.
You see some bodies drop.
Yeah, T2 ammunition is insane, guys.
Yeah. It's also expensive and hard to get. All right,
So
so
I
four,
got-
that's 4 down, 21 to go. Orion.
So I got 3 successes, but I also got 2 extra momentum, one from the spot bot, one from the expertise of the smart multi-sniper. So that gives me 4 momentum.
Well, you haven't
And
generated
I
momentum
did-
yet, right? Because you need to know what the success is. Probably 1.
Yep.
So
So-
then anything beyond that, you're now in momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The difficulty for this is a 1 for you.
Okay.
So anything over a 1.
And then I got 10 damage and 2 effects. And it's needle, so it does piercing 2, spread 1, vicious 2.
So vicious 2 means for your 2 effects, it's an extra 4 damage.
Mm-hmm. Your
So
target
that's
drops.
14 damage.
Yeah.
You shred another target.
So that's 5 down, 20 to go. At that point, I toss a smoke grenade into the room.
Okay. Roll it.
What is that to throw a grenade?
Athletics.
Athletics. Peachy.
Yep.
I'm assuming it's a target 1.
Yep.
I get 1 success, so it goes into the
Yay! It goes in the room and goes off.
Oof.
We have smoke.
Shoot through that, you jerks.
All right. Next.
That way, to finish my action, though, I'm going to basically roll as my minor action to just roll to the ground, into the side, and bring my Spitfire up.
Are you rolling into the room or on the side of the room?
I'm basically in the corridor. I'm
Okay.
basically dropping prone to roll into where the floor hits the wall. Just
So you
basically making myself as small a silhouette as possible with the Spitfire up in front of me.
Nice. So you do like a little underhand toss of the grenade down into like a little roll into prone.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Weapon comes up.
Before our combat medic goes, I'd just like to remind our combat medic that he has a remote.
Yep.
And remotes are good at doing things that you don't want to do because of bullets.
Or at least a medical bot. And right now I'm figuring we're shooting this out. So
Well,
also they're
the-
small, right?
The medic has tossed the grenade and rolled to the side.
Yeah, the combat medic already went.
No, that's what I'm saying. The combat medic did that. Now we're on to old Silas.
the combat medic has a name.
The combat medic is now combat roll medic. Combat roll medic.
Yeah. I'll pull up my rifle and we'll just do full auto. And I know you just reminded the rest of the group, but please remind me again how I do that.
So what's the burst on the weapon?
It is burst 2.
So that's the amount of extra reloads
Yeah.
you can put in there, and each one you use gives you an extra die and adds 1 to the damage.
Okay, got it. Okay, so I will roll here, and then we'll add an extra die. Okay, that is 3 successes. And then I will
So
roll.
that's 2 momentum.
Yep, so
which
2
you can use.
momentum. And then, so this is an AP rifle.
Right.
So armor piercing is pierce 2. Let me grab a bunch of dice here.
Throwing the momentum into damage as well.
Yes, I will. I plan to do that.
We're just spending up all that momentum. Good.
Well, there's still 6 sitting in our 4.
Yeah, 4 in the pool right now.
Okay, so far I've got 2 effects, 1 damage, and then I'm going to use one of my abilities to reroll some more dice and see if I get okay. All right, so I've got 3 damage plus 2 effects, so 4 more damage, so 7 armor piercing damage. So pierce 2.
And there's no other effects on that rifle?
No,
And how many targets did you hit?
Just one?
just
Okay.
one.
One target.
Unless you've got area or... Yeah.
One-
if that's
one
Or you
target.
spend 2 momentum to do a secondary target.
Or a second target, yeah.
One target down.
19 to go.
Okay, well, I'm not going to try and shoot. I'm going to stay back in the hall, just, within good old hacking range, kind of do a similar kind of get low into a corner, and I will attempt to total control one of the people, and I will, one of the heavy infantry, and I'll spend one of the momentums from the pool as well. Okay. Roll it up. Okay, that is 4 successes. So that will be 3. I'll spend one of the through momentum. So I'll spend one of the momentum.
I never said that it was a 1 difficulty to hack in.
Oh, higher difficulty.
Okay.
What's the difficulty?
It's a 4.
It's a 4. Okay, well,
Mhm.
I hacked in then.
You get into one of them. You have totally controlled him.
Well, I still need to do damage.
Do your damage.
Okay, he hasn't taken out his...
Yeah, 4's... Damn, that's really high.
You should spend momentum out of the pool to activate the total control effect.
Can you just spend momentum to activate the effect?
No.
Yes, there's momentum in the pool. You can spend it.
Yeah, but no, it's a breach effect, which means he needs to generate a breach first.
Yeah. I have to do 5 damage worth.
Yeah.
Doesn't total control have a thing that allows you to spend momentum to get an effect?
Let me see. 2 momentum can be spent to inflict a special breach. Oh yeah, I can just...
Go.
That's after I roll damage. I do the damage, and then also I can spend 2
exactly.
momentum. Okay, well, I'll spend... I don't know if
That's
that really
evil.
matters. Yeah, sure. Whatever. I'll spend 2 to just automatically inflict the total control breach effect, which means I have complete control of this person's system.
Well, are you going to damage their their...
I will also damage them. I'm now rolling the actual damage for them. I was just double checking the damage. Well, breach. So I get +4 to that, and then it itself is only...
Because otherwise they're just going to upstairs that away.
Here we go.
When you guys are dropping
Well, he
targets,
can't run away. Here we go. Oh, that's good. I got 3, and then I got 4 6s, each of which inflicts 3. So that's 12, 14, 15 damage.
you rolled 4 6s?
Yes, it was quite remarkable.
Boom.
You guys are some hot rolling fools.
So that's 15, 15. Yeah, that's 3. Well,
minus the security.
Minus security, but that's 15. So that's
at least 2 breaches.
I think you might have overdid it there, killer.
Well, this doesn't do physical
No,
damage. It just breaches the system.
I'm saying I think you overkilled the breach.
You've basically pwned his system. You've got his network in your
can
palm.
hack.
You guys got
All
it.
this power armor belong to you.
18 left.
And now it's their turn.
I don't even know what to do at this point. I didn't write this into the system. He
thought we were going to just back out.
I honest to God, I thought there's 25 things in power armor. We're not. Why would we do this?
Because they would just rip the door off the hinges and come after us anyways.
Yeah,
this was our last lead. We had no choice.
Yeah. The only way forward is forward.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't actually. I honest to God did not think about me ripping the hinges off the door. I had this scenario written differently in my head, and now I have to give me 5 seconds.
Welcome to GMing 101. Now remember, the room's full of smoke, so they hopefully can't see anything unless they got MSV. In this case, we're really boned.
No, what I wrote on the head. what I wrote them to have is because I wanted to deal with the camo. Was they have heavy flamers,
Oh,
but I'm
fun.
not going to do that now.
Roast them.
No, I'm not going to do that now.
And you can't carry a heavy flamer, can you? Oh, yes, you can.
To be fair, mechanically in this system, hitting with a heavy flamer is no easier than hitting with any other weapon.
It's just that every single
they've still
one of
got to
them
make attack
fires.
rolls
They
against
hit
us,
all
and that's
of
going to
us.
be really hard.
I realize that.
Just,
They've still got to roll get effect. They have to hit before they get to roll dice to do effects. Flamethrowers aren't actually very good weapons in situations
except
like
that they
this in
have
the
a chance to hit
RPG.
everybody because we're all in the same range. We're in the
Well,
same zone.
You're aiming at
You
a
have to
door.
roll against our target, though, at least, right?
Yeah.
I was.
But for this scenario, I would be rolling at the target is the door. There's an opening. There's smoke. There's a general direction. You can just door. It's not like I'm saying I'm shooting at. Like unlike the tabletop, I don't have to pick you as the target and then get cute with my template. I just
No.
door. So you're gonna have to give me a second. This sucks. I hate you guys right now. I thought I hated the tap guy. I hate you guys more right now.
That's the GM
No
line.
GM plan survives contact with the players.
I didn't
Listen.
even realize there was a way to have things that had higher than difficulty, like one with hacking. These guys are some high level, heavy armor guys. High level stuff.
Yeah, they're wearing good quality power armor with decent security.
Yeah, because powered armor itself just usually gives you more and more BTS to soak up the damage, not even to
They have programs right to
blast the
stop.
difficulty. No, I know.
It's a defense program
Yeah, and I know. It's the ice.
that does it.
What do I want to do to you guys? God, I hate you guys so much right now. I hate you guys.
I think they should just give up and join us now.
I mean, I have a back door into this. I was like, what if they do this? Like, what happens? Son of a bitch, bastards! Nobody. You guys are putting me to the test. I hate you all.
Can I just say out loud that
Say it out loud.
probably one of the limiting factors here is that though there are 18 of them, they can't. I don't know if they're depending on the layout of that room. I'm not clear on how big it is. Are they? How many of them are even going to be able to get
only a
an
couple
angle on
of
us
them.
to shoot?
So
Yeah,
if
they've got heavy flamers, only maybe 2,
well, there's not
Also,
everybody
they'd
has
be
a
close.
without torching the guys in front of them.
not everybody has a heavy flamer. I gave them a diversified weapon list, but I had put it so that the flamers were up near the door and then further back where the
Well, then,
HMGs.
aren't those the guys that died first?
Well, that's what I asked you. Did you guys shoot you guys when you bursted? You basically sprang one side of the room. You can't. It's kind of hard to burst and then go right, left when you're fighting.
I mean,
Also,
I
the
will have
door is
killed
just
people on
open.
one side of the room. I've killed people on one side of the room. Orion was shooting diagonally across me. He and I have presumably killed people on opposite sides of the room. Just like it makes sense.
And I would also have gone for nearer guys than further guys. Especially if we know some of these guys might have monofilament swords.
You guys never
Thing
looked
they
at the
would have
weapon.
used to go right through the door.
Yeah, I mean, you guys never saw loadouts or anything like that. So, first action of for all of the NPCs, the door on the other side is going to open, and they start to file out towards the door.
They're running away.
I'm gonna move them out.
Sorry,
Well,
what?
one of them isn't.
They're not running away. They're tactically withdrawing. Those two things are different.
One of them really wants to, but he's stuck.
They are in fact moving towards the door.
Okay.
Um,
Kill more of them.
and they
Well, we can't. So I guess we can see it because the MSVs go through smoke, or ignore the penalty for it, or whatever it is.
do that. Okay, go ahead. They're gonna start tactically withdrawing. A couple of them make it through the door. They're still funneling through.
Okay. That's round 1, right?
Yep, round 2.
So drop our momentum.
No, I thought momentum goes down between scenes, not rounds.
No, not when you're in combat. And when you're in an action scene, it drops at the end of every round.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, we're out of momentum, guys.
Time to start generating some.
Yeah,
All right.
now put back into the pool.
James, Orion, take your shots. You're at the front.
Okay, I drop 2 rounds of T2 as I fire another burst into the doorway to try and hit as many as possible.
Okay. When you get your 5 successes.
I roll 3 hits. My spot bot adds 1, and my smart rifle adds 1.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you going to spend any of that momentum to hit multiple targets? Oh, wait, your weapon does it automatically, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, on
effects.
6s.
Also, it's good for me to
Superior.
just add it to the pool. So I'm going to need some to get through their hacking.
Yeah, I'm going to put 2 momentum into the pool if somebody wants to add that. I'm dealing a total of 11 damage to my I hit 1 secondary target, so they're only at -2 armor. The secondary target will take 6.
Target takes 6. How much did the primary take? You cut out?
11.
Bodies dropping. Bodies dropping, boys.
And they're funneling for us now too.
Isn't it wonderful what they're doing?
Oh, if you guys,
So I'll shoot. And did you leave any? You left any momentum?
I added 2 to the pool.
There's 2 in the pool.
how big is the doorway?
It can fit 1 person. Like it can fit 1.5 people through. Like standard
Yeah.
doorway.
It's a door.
If you get me a couple more momentum, and I have a fun way of fully blocking the doorway with themselves.
Okay.
I might need a bit more momentum to make sure it goes through, though.
Somebody
Take a
else
shot,
take a
Soraya.
shot then.
So I hit. Let's see. I got 2 momentum, and I add 2 minutes. So I have 4 momentum. That I'm going to use 2 to hit another target, but first I'm going to re-roll 2 of those dice because they didn't do anything. I got an effect, so that's piercing 2, spread 1, vicious 2, and I'm going to shoot another target.
What is vicious? Oh, vicious is just add damage for each.
For each.
Yep. Don't forget you can spend 2 momentum to take another shot.
That's what I'm going to do. So I'm spending 2 momentum. I'm using 1 momentum to add a die, and so there's 1 in the pool. And I hit, and how many times can I spend 2 momentum to hit another target?
Is that limited to a single, or is that one any?
It's not, but the difficulty of the shot goes up by 1 every time you do it.
That's taking an additional action, though, right? Not just spreading to another target, or is that?
You get another whole roll against a separate target.
Right.
Yeah, there's also hit another target, which is a separate.
So that leaves let's see, 2 momentum in the pool, and I've hit 2 targets. For one of them, this one I gets. Oh, I can roll 2 of those ends. Doing 7 damage and 2 effects.
Bodies dropping, boys and girls. Bodies dropping.
What's our count now? How many have we
You're
taken?
at 14.
Should I try and block the door by getting the person that's currently in the doorway to just freeze up and stop?
Well, let me throw my rounds downrange and we'll see who's left.
Sure. Sounds good.
Can I not find the momentum spends? That's annoying.
I found them and then I lost.
Yeah.
Start playing bodies at the floor.
All right,
over
so
the-
I'm just flipping the Spitfire to full auto. I'm adding 3 burst to it as I spray and spray through the hole. I get, what am I hitting on?
Page 106 for momentum spends.
Thanks. I'm just looking at so I'm looking for 11s or less. That is, wow, that's extra specially I got 2 successes. I'm assuming I only need 1 because of the visor.
Yeah, you just need the 1.
So I'm going to throw, won't have enough to add the extra, but I'll throw 1 to damage, which will take me to 5 plus 7. Let's see what we get here. 2, 4, and an effect. That was terrible. So the damage is going to be 9. Is it just 9? Where's the... Yeah, 9 with a spread 2.
15.
Yeah, and then I'll take a shot. And I got 3 successes and 8 damage, piercing 2. And I'll spend, I guess, the 2 momentum from that. If it's difficulty 1, then 2 momentum to do secondary target, so half to another. So 4.
Okay.
So how much momentum's in the pool? Is it just 2?
Just 2.
Currently 2.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use those 2. And I'm going to attempt to yeah, actually that's fine because I can do the breach effect if I can punch there. I'll do total control on the person that's currently in the doorway with the attempt to essentially make it so they'd have to get past an immobile chunk of power armor. Okay.
Okay. Bodies are going to be the floor.
I got 4 successes again.
Okay.
And I don't have the momentum to automatically activate the breach, so I'll need to do a breach the old-fashioned way. So it's 2 damage, 3 damage, and then I can re-roll with my talent. It's 1 per hacking talent. I have 4. So that is 6, 9 damage.
You are through, sir.
Okay, then I activate the total control breach as the breach effect. I now control 2 of them.
Anybody else got it? Mike, is a stylist up, right?
Yeah, I think that's all.
Silas,
What? No, come again.
it's your action. What are you doing?
You're actually, bro.
My shot.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, right, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
15 bodies, but 2 of them are total controlled, those 15 bodies.
so how many got through the door before we blocked it?
4 got through, so 11.
Is 4 on our side still active?
4 got through, the 15 that's been still 9 on your side of the door.
Wait, how many are dead though?
Oh, dead. You have a ton dead.
Yeah, but how many? So wait a second.
There is 14. Okay, so there's a. You gotta mute yourself, brother. You're echoing really bad. Okay, you guys started with. You started with 25 guys in the room. there is currently 11 alive. There's 15 of them, or 14 are still alive. 4 got through the door, leaving 10. So there is from 25 to 15. So 10 bodies, dead bodies inside your side of the door. 2 are total controlled, and 4 are on the other side of the door that opened.
Okay, so how many active bodies on our side?
That's what I was trying to. That was the first number I told you. So there is 14 to 10, 8.
My
There are
count
8
was 4.
So when you guys did all the killing, there was 15. You guys have killed 10 guys, correct?
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying we killed 15.
No. I'm sorry. You've killed a total of 10 guys, and 4 have slipped through, and 2 are total controlled.
So you're right, 9.
So there's 9 guys on your side of the door.
We can do that.
I can even immobilize one as a reaction
We hope.
You guys can.
if it tries to move.
Okay. What are they?
Yeah, it's
What are they doing?
I gotta mute Donald because it's echoey.
Yeah.
I tried it and it's still not working.
There we go. Okay. Owning the server is better. Sorry, Donald. I'll unmute you as soon as I get done talking. So they are going to. So they are now blocked from getting out of the room. That's fair. The guy that's nearest the guy who is frozen is going to kill that guy.
Wait, what?
The guy who's frozen in the doorway.
They're
Okay.
murdering their own.
They're going to try and murder it through their own.
Yeah, they're punching through their own guy, literally.
He's gonna punch through.
Just a fist?
No. He's going to shoot him in the. He's going to shoot him. I mean, he's standing right next to him. He's going to pull up his gun and shoot him in the head.
Kind of is HMG?
No, he just has a Spitfire.
Yeah.
So he shoots him in the back of the head. That guy drops. Yay! He's gonna die. What do you know? A non-moving target dies.
Does that guy then start moving through the door?
Well,
And
does he
people-
though? Does he
No,
actually
he doesn't.
drop?
He-
Considering we've got total control, doesn't we just have the power armor stand there, even though he's
Yeah,
got a
he's
hole in the back of his
Yeah, that's true.
To be fair, he might get knocked over.
Yeah, he can push over the power armor with
Alright.
the force
guy-
of the bullets.
Guy inside who's dead. He's gonna drop. And then the rest of the guys are gonna continue to make their way out of the door. There's still.
Wait. Sorry. As a reaction, so you can take a heat. As the first of the next guys tries to get through the door, I'm going to use Monkey Trap, trying to mobilize that guy.
What up?
It's a special program that locks people in place
Roll
when
it.
they try and move away from me.
I love and approve of what you are doing. It is the best.
Do you know? I'm going to give you 1 extra heat so I can get an extra die on this. I shouldn't be doing this, but it's kind of funny.
No, it's kind of funny. I'm going to be honest. I was completely unprepared for this shenanigans. I will not be unprepared.
And I got 4 successes again, thanks to my nice focus. So I need to do 1 and then plus 3, 4.
To
Okay.
be fair,
Poor
I did
Randy
watch this.
wasn't prepared for us to be this murdery.
I'm
with so much more murdery than he
I'm gonna be
expected.
honest, I honestly, when I drew up the campaign for everything, when I outlined it, I had toned everything down out of fear that I was going to kill people in this. And I actually told this to Greg. Like, I was afraid that this was a total kill event if you guys actually tried to punch your way out of it. And I didn't want you to do it, and you did it. And so now I have to, I had to tone it way down. So then I'm going to have to redo things, and I'm going to have to come up. I honestly think I have to come up to 3 of you guys' level with characters that can hit back properly. So, because I didn't make anything that can hit at 3 of your guys' level. I can't. What I have written down for difficulties is just not there. So to make it a challenge, I'm going to have to do something else.
Okay, having them all at difficulty 4 hacking really shuts me down without blowing through momentum. But so I do 7 damage, and also that guy is his movement immediately has to. He doesn't get to move it. He gets stopped.
So everybody is running at him, and it's kind of like a car pile at the door.
There's
So
still
What you're
two
saying
guys
is
basically
there's
jammed
a
in that
whole
door.
group of people jammed in the door while I fire shrapnel rounds at them.
this is literally shooting fish in a barrel.
So I fire another burst of T2 rounds.
Okay, there's 4 guys left that you guys can hit.
Are we at 0 momentum? Yep.
We are at
Yeah.
0 momentum.
Yeah.
I get 2 successes and a complication.
Ruh-roh.
Oh wow. Okay. I rolled a lot of 1s and 2s and 6s.
1s and 2s are good.
There's 1, 3, and 1, 4, and everything else is money. Okay, I do 15 damage to the primary target. I hit 2 more targets, and each of them takes 7. They're at -6 armor.
Okay, there's 1 guy left alive. That's not immobilized. There's 3 guys total immobilized.
No, so what the guy in the door isn't properly immobilized. His movement just gets stopped. His action.
No. I get that. I'm just so that I can clump everything
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. No, that works.
So 3 guys are 2 are actually stopped. 1 is just 2 are immobilized. 1 is stopped. That leaves 1 living guy that has an action left.
Someone rolled. I think the
The
other
4
guy's getting shot.
The 4 that went through the
Orion
door have
fired-
boogied, right? They're
Yeah, 6 made it through the a total of 6 guys made it through the door.
okay.
So Orion fires, gets 1 success.
James just went.
James,
Donald,
Okay.
Ryan, want to take an action?
I think he just did.
he was doing. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ryan.
I had him on mute, so I couldn't hear.
There you go, brother. Go ahead.
So I hit. I put 2 momentum in the pool, and I do 8 damage and 1 effect.
Okay. The other guy drops. Bodies are on the floor. There is 2 immobilized guy and 1 guy stopped dead in his tracks for you guys now.
He will be able to activate normally in his
On
turn.
his round.
So
Right.
one of you guys just finish him.
So I'm assuming you're yelling that out. Take them down. Take him down. I can't hold him. Something like that.
Yeah. He doesn't look the same way. Like he doesn't look as completely frozen as the others. So you'd probably be able to
Throw my fire onto him. I'm only going to use normal. I'm not going to throw any burst into it though. In hopes.
You can have. There's 2 momentum.
If anyone doesn't mind, I'll steal those 2 then to add dice to the shot.
Yeah, I probably don't need 2 hacking right now, so that's fine.
Call the ball, Mav. Call the ball.
3 successes. So I'm assuming that's just 2 extra for momentum. But I'm going to throw to damage. That makes me damage 3 plus 7 dice. Which takes me to 6 damage plus spread 2. I'm trying to remember. Spread 2 is per effect, right?
It hits the same target again for every success. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I've hit him 3
for every
times at 6 damage.
The repeats are at half damage, but that's fine.
Okay. So it's 6 and 3 and 3. But that probably those 2 rounds will probably bounce off power armor.
So total damage. I'm sorry. What was your total damage, bud?
Damage from the initial shot was 6, and then there are 2 additional. Or wait, spread 2, but 2 effects. So that's 4 more hits, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So 4 more hits at 3 damage, but I think those all just go pating, 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 pating.
Yeah, the 6 is basically though.
With no AP?
Yeah, you're close. He's almost down. He's taking a lot of damage because you hit him in the back. All right, next up. Next up on the mic, the silent.
Is everyone down now except for the?
Silent.
The last guy's floundering.
Yep, 2 guys left.
All right, just need to finish this guy off.
Finish him.
Okay, 3 successes. Let me do some damage here. So piercing 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let's see. So 6 plus 1 plus 2 more. So 8. Piercing 2.
Okay.
I just realized I'm forgetting my marksman trait. Damn it.
For all those rerolls.
Yeah. Well, I get one. I get to reroll 1 die.
It's surprising how much of a difference even re-rolling 1 or 2 dice can make when it comes to the combat dice.
Yeah. Okay, so is everyone down now except for the 2 guys that are totally controlled?
Yes, sir. 2 guys, well controlled.
So do we want to strip those guys of their weapons and knock them out, pull off their helmets and knock them out?
Steal their power armor? Yes.
Well, I meant more, maybe we can get information from them, but also, if you guys want new power armor.
I'd take power armor.
We probably need to get them out of their power armor before we can restrain them, and we need to restrain them before I can ask them any questions.
Well, I have total control, so I can
total control.
I can eject them from. I can make the suits open.
Yeah,
essentially,
basically unlock their helmets, which we can take off and interrogate them, but they still can't move because they're locked in the armor.
Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll make the suits release their helmets, and also I'll make them drop their guns.
I'm just going to set up over top of the downed bodies in the doorway as a sort of sandbag position and keep my Spitfire aimed in the hallway beyond.
Yeah, that's a smart idea. I'll take a position too.
Security, I like it.
Orion, actually, can you keep our rear secure?
Yeah.
Okay. The people that once you release their helmets, and their helmets go off, they start foaming at the mouth.
Well, at least their heads didn't explode this time.
Who do they look like? Are they faces we recognize?
Yeah, you've seen them in the camp. There are people that you would have seen in the camp.
They're just rabid.
I'll check them against the data we have from the camp, the records of personnel. Are they assistants? Are they...
They're dead now.
Camp security? Who are these people?
And they are camp security. Or not security, they are assistants.
Oh, they're dead? They foamed and they ate the poison pill?
They ate the poison tube.
Well, guess we got some new HMGs and power armor and Spitfires, guys.
Yeah, just a quick inventory of what's in this room that's functional.
You see, let's see. You guys see 2 flamethrowers. I gotta get your body count really quick. 6 and so 6.
I think 6 got away.
Yeah, 19. So it should be a 19.
Yep. So it's a total of 3 heavy flamethrowers, 3 HMGs, 3 Spitfires, and 10 pistols.
And 2 fully functioning sets of power armor.
There you go.
And this power armor has some sort of inbuilt difficulty enhancing to it or something? Now that I'm into the system?
Yeah, the program is, in fact, it's a very good program.
I don't think we've got time to sort of swap suits right now, but let's keep these sitting here where we can recover on our way back out.
Well, I'm very intrigued by this program because I need better counter hacking, especially if difficulty might increase.
Yeah, go ahead. But I just don't want us to be mid-change and suddenly be caught with our pants down, literally.
No, I'm not going to change into the suit. I'm more looking into this if I
have to
can.
use at
Do
least
you have
the
a white hacking device?
No, I have a defensive hacking device,
Oh,
and I have a defensive and an assault.
so you can run rating 3 shield programs?
Oh, I have rating 3 shield program.
I'm pretty sure there's a rating 3 shield program that can set the difficulty for hacking attempts to higher than 1.
Oh, really? So missed that one.
It's Nomad tech, but it's something I have heard of being used by some corporates.
That's how I missed it. It's Nomad stuff. So this seems like Nomad tech is what you're saying.
Well, that program is Nomad tech. This power armor doesn't look like Nomad tech.
And nomads will sell to anybody
What does this power armor look like?
except
I think before we move on, it's worth investigating what we have, like what these guys are.
Are
Like,
you
are
guys?
these orc suits or what?
They are orc suits.
Pano.
Man, these are very well defended against hacking for Pano.
They've been
No-
upgraded.
No, I know.
I mean, to give credit where credit's due, the Omnia research company will also sell to anyone.
That's true.
I should know. I've worked with them.
Okay.
So you
Orcs
guys,
suits are pretty common.
yeah, the bodies are down. You miraculously didn't destroy the computer in the corner.
All it has on it, though, is a list of names.
Yes, it does indeed.
We've copied that name list somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give you guys. I'll post the real like an actual list this week for you guys.
Cool.
I'm
No
just
other activity down the
check.
hall?
Oh, sorry. These 2 guys that we have just identified, were they on that computer list?
No, they were not.
Something else.
Interesting. Okay.
Any surgical scars on the back of their necks?
Nope.
So they didn't have they were just sepsitarized or something, which is, again, not humanly possible.
Can I make a analysis to see if I recognize this method of operation?
You may.
What's the difficulty?
2.
And we don't have any momentum available, right?
We have 2.
I'm going to use
There are
that.
2 momentum in the pool.
For successes.
Nice. I mean, it just looks. I mean, it looks kind of weird, but it reminds you of what you would go through if you were getting recubed. Just these people haven't yet.
Sorry,
So
what?
this
Like it's like if you're, it's just they're just being programmed. It's just they were just being uploaded. That's all that was going on in this room.
Sorry, that doesn't make sense to me. You can't put cubes back into normal bodies.
I didn't say they were putting cubes back into it. I just said it just looks. It just they were being uploaded. It was just a way.
Oh, they were
Yeah,
uploading from the bodies. How the heck are they controlling these guys?
that's a good
I mean,
question.
I've heard some rumors about a kind of Toha tech that they use to override the personality of people, kind of like cube technology, but like that's a rumor, and I would expect Toha technology to look really different to what we see in
Well,
this
I
room.
think I had said the other day that there's been talk about people that had figured out a way of doing cube cloning and putting them into, like, changing the cube, essentially the information in a body.
Well, yeah, but that at least last time they'd at least
It replaced the
physically
cubes.
swapped out cubes.
Again, which shouldn't be possible.
Like, these guys were reacting in a way they shouldn't have. But at least seems like a more reasonable kind of shouldn't be possible, as opposed to this, which just is bonkers.
I think we should all just count ourselves lucky they all decided to run instead of fight, because
This is bonkers. It's the
We're
mind.
looking at it, so it's like when you take a cube out of a body and then you want to put it into a new L host, you put it into a machine, it copies that cube onto a new cube inside an L host. Is that correct?
You can do it that way, yeah.
Yeah.
But the reason you can't swap bodies like normally,
No.
it's not
So
like it's not altered carbon in the infinity universe. It's the reason that everybody goes into an L host is because the L host has all the silk connections that allow the cube to actually control the body.
Well, unless people are
Basically
post-human,
is a read
right?
write.
I mean,
so these
post-humans
people
kind
are
of can do
using
that.
the cube while it's still in a body into a new body.
Yeah, which is something only post-humans are supposed to be able to do.
Yeah, you get it. You basically it's shroot. You're basically
Yeah.
your
Your shadow.
your identity gets shredded if you try and do that.
Into
Yeah, when
another
normal
body.
people try and multi-host,
Yeah.
their shit gets shredded all to shit, and their
But that-
personality degrades.
But that's usually if they're actively controlling one from one mind controlling multiple bodies. So if we're talking
No, it
about
can happen
cloning.
if they try to jump
switching.
from one to another, they get shredded as well.
That's jumping from one to the other. But the technology that I was informed about was pure cloning. It wouldn't be one central mind. It would be two separate, completely separate minds that were just identical and operating
It's still
in different bodies.
be tricky, but you couldn't put them into another organic body. Like you can't put them into a homegrown person. Like that tech doesn't exist except through voodoo tech. You can put them in an L host, but you can't put them like you can't take someone else's body and put someone else's cube in it. It doesn't work.
That's what I was saying. There were rumors that the Toha have technology to do that,
They would be the ones that would. They're all
but
biotech,
this doesn't look like Toha tech.
Yeah.
Not look like Toha tech.
Could be.
So
Our initial thought was nomads.
Looks like
I was
it would
thinking they were being sepsitored, but this doesn't look like combined army.
This looks like this. Okay, so if you guys are going to take the time to look through the room, like look through things, and
If someone wants to cover the hallway, I can do some medical.
okay, so it looks like somebody is trying to copy Toha tech with their own, with like a humanoid version of it. They're attempting to try to do it. It's just not working properly. It's just not doing. It's not having the same effect. This looks like a test experiment, like a not a good one.
This sounds like
Right. Or Submondo.
They're trying to get this done. Like your medical experience, if you spend a little bit of time looking at it and going through, you'll notice that what is being tried isn't super successful. It's the reason that they're not fighting you.
Weird.
They had the weapons, they had the tools. They're just it's not functioning. The body wasn't functioning properly.
Crazy. Okay. It is 20 after 10 here, 20 after 9 for you guys. Do we want to go forward for another 10 minutes or?
This feels like, again, a really good place to break, but
Yeah.
This is the big point.
Yeah, I think any discoveries we can maybe do over the course of the week, kind of.
So yeah, if you guys do anything over the course of the week to the like you try to hack the bodies or move the bodies or do anything like that, while it's going on, you'll have to give me how much time you're going to spend trying to accomplish that feat. But we'll pick up here at the same point. I'm not going to advance time. We're going to start in this room where Silas and Orion, I'm sure, are pulling security on the other hallway, and the other two people are pulling security on the door in which you have cometh, and you'll be just looking at the bodies, correct?
Yeah, quickly. I don't think we want to spend a lot of time here. We need to keep
No, but remember, you guys have Geist. If
momentum,
your Geist want to start communicating through the week to figure out what's about some of these things, you can do that as well. There was no Geist questions.
I think at this point we're going to be planning to move forward because I don't think there's anything more that we want to investigate in this room.
You investigating the bodies. I'll probably be trying to do some investigating of the machinery itself. You know bodies better. I know machines better.
Exactly. We'll give you guys probably 15, 20 minutes to have a look at the bodies and have a look at the
think
tech.
that's
The rest
too
of us will
long.
cover the doors, and then we'll move on.
We're giving them too much time to reorder and come back at us. 15, 20 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, 4
No.
minutes tops.
You won't get anything accomplished with that little time.
Then we can come back later. Otherwise, we're going to have an army down the hallway waiting for us.
So here's what I'm going to let you guys do, though, is that you guys can have this discussion offline on to see how long you want to spend. When we reconvene,
Yep,
you guys
sweet as.
moving that either that 3 minutes or 20 minutes, you guys pick it, and then you'll be going forward.
Tabletop Game and Hobby, located at 9156 Metcalf Avenue in Overland Park, Kansas, zip code 66212, has for over 25 years been the Kansas City area's premier game store, specializing in non-electronic games, carrying a massive variety of board games, miniature games, role-play games, classic games, and gaming accessories. Stop by, see what we have to offer, or give us a call at area code 913-962-4263, or visit us online at tabletopgameandhobby.com.
Background music. Flying Species. The Yellow Flying Cog. The use of these human works of music is granted under the current Creative Commons license terms and agreements. From the freemusicarchive.org from the artists as listed. Thank you.